The confirmed number of cases of the coronavirus in Los Angeles County today comes to 77,189. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 2,991. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 466, with total confirmed deaths at 50. We anticipate those numbers to increase as the county updates their last 24-hour operating period. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Ben McCain. It's 4 p.m. on Thursday, June 18th. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced a new statewide mandate this afternoon requiring all Californians to wear face coverings while in public or high-risk settings. The California Department of Public Health released updated guidance making the use of cloth face coverings mandatory when residents are at work while using public transportation, including rideshare cars and taxis, in line to enter public spaces like the grocery store, as well as hospitals and pharmacies. This also includes elevators, parking facilities, and hallways where you might come in close contact with strangers. The governor said in a statement today, "We are seeing too many people with faces uncovered, putting at risk the real progress we have made in fighting the disease." The news comes as more than 42,000 new COVID-19 cases were reported yesterday, making it the state's highest number of cases reported in a single day during the pandemic. New data shared from the U.S. Labor Department shows 1.5 million Americans filed for new unemployment claims last week. Here in California, more than 240,000 filed for first-time benefits. This marks the 11th straight weekly decline since claims first peaked at 6.9 million at the end of March. While this is a modest decline from the week before, data is showing a pattern of steady decline in the number of new claims each week. In the past 13 weeks, 46 million Americans have lost their jobs. And California's Unemployment Development Department issued a new set of general guidance on COVID-19 related unemployment benefits. Those wrestling with the question of how or when to return to work should be advised that employees who refuse to return to work as businesses continue to reopen may end up losing their benefits altogether. The EDD stated that individuals will be disqualified for unemployment benefits if they refuse to accept suitable employment when offered. Under California law, EDD will consider whether the particular work is suitable in light of factors such as the degree of risk involved to individuals' health and safety, and as a result, whether the individual has good cause for refusing to work. Under the new EDD guidelines, workers who have high risk factors for COVID-19 could still lose their unemployment benefits if they turn down an employer's offer to telework. This also allows employers to notify the agency of an employee's refusal to return to work, including sending a letter within 15 days from the date the job offer was turned down. Thanks to a federal emergency management agency public assistance program, Californians' Great Plates Delivered program will be extended to mid-July. The program provides older adults and seniors at risk from COVID-19 to stay home and stay healthy by having 3 nutritious meals delivered daily. This also provides essential economic stimulus to local businesses struggling to stay afloat during the COVID-19 health crisis. Participants must be at least 65 years old or have an underlying health condition or have a level of risk of infection. For adults 60 to 64, there is also a screening process done over the phone to verify eligibility. And for restaurants looking to partner with the state and be a food provider, they must be able to follow nutritional requirements like offer low-sodium meals that include fresh fruits and vegetables. You can go online to covid19.ca.gov for more information. Los Angeles County public health officials stressed again today at their daily news conference the importance of taking precautions to minimize the risk of transmission. The county's public health website shared suggestions for staying safe. Officials suggest choosing wisely when heading outside your home and avoid the 3 C's: confined spaces, crowds, and close contact with others. Take steps to reduce your risk by washing hands often, wearing a face covering, avoid touching your face, cleaning surfaces touched by others, increase ventilation by going outside or opening windows, keeping interaction short, and giving yourself space from others. And lastly, plan ahead. Stay informed by calling or asking about safety measures before going to a restaurant or place of worship, salon, or the gym. Be flexible and willing to change activities to avoid crowds, confined spaces, or close contact with others. Los Angeles County public health officials are expected to announce revised health orders allowing nail salons to reopen beginning tomorrow. While California announced guidelines to allow this next sector of business to open, local businesses will need to wait for the county's blessings before opening their doors. Guidelines for these close contact businesses will include wearing face coverings and gloves, along with stricter sanitation measures on items such as tweezers and nail files. Workers are encouraged to wear face shields or goggles. Workstations should be at least 6 feet apart and use barriers when possible. The guidance also recommends installing plastic partitions between workers and customers, and surfaces touched by customers should be cleaned by hospital-grade disinfectants. Other surfaces given the green light by the state include facials, electrolysis, waxing, and massage therapy. Torrance Mayor Patrick Fury wrote to Los Angeles County Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer requesting that Torrance be allowed to move at its own pace due to the ongoing efforts to contain and minimize the threat of transmission in Torrance. Dr. Ferrer responded that while the city's efforts are applauded to ensure a safe recovery from COVID-19, the current order would remain, which sets the county on a path to move forward together through the recovery stages with the goal of minimizing COVID-19 related cases, hospitalizations, and deaths as more people begin to interact. Dr. Ferrer also said she anticipates issuing additional protocols soon to open up more sectors safely as they continue to monitor data to determine the impact of reopening additional sectors. The City of Torrance continues its recovery efforts by modifying offices and public counters to ensure they are COVID-19 compliant. City staff have installed decals and signs encouraging social distancing. Those can be found at offices where there are public counters and facilities, from the Torrance Public Libraries to Sea Air Golf Course to the Permit Center and much more. These hand sanitizing stands can also be found along with sneeze guard protectors and shields between employees and community members. Uniformed cloth face coverings have also been ordered to ensure all city employees have enough protective wear. These are just a few of the many ways the city is working to ensure the public and staff are safe and the potential risk of transmission is limited. Along with safety protocols, another measure the city is taking towards recovery efforts include the slow return of many operations and public services. In April, the city's Public Works Department modified traffic signals, programming them so that pedestrians wouldn't have to push the cross button automatically to provide timing and displays for pedestrians to safely cross. 10 selected traffic signals were reprogrammed at the time. The selected areas were in high pedestrian traffic locations. Based on recent observations of traffic volumes increasing, all 10 signals will be restored to normal operation by the end of business day. The woman caught on camera in Torrance harassing people with racist tirades was located and found. Torrance police identified her last week as 56-year-old Lena Hernandez from Long Beach. She's said to have ties to Torrance. She is the woman seen in 2 videos that have since gone viral. Both incidents took place at Wilson Park with similar narratives. Ms. Hernandez was recorded making racist remarks and threats. She is also suspected of physically assaulting 2 people at the Del Amo Fashion Center last October. Torrance police detectives, along with the specialized crisis intervention team, were able to locate Hernandez at a park in the city of San Pedro and spoke with her yesterday. Based on the fact that all 3 incidents are considered misdemeanor crimes and didn't happen in the presence of an officer, Hernandez was not arrested. All 3 incidents have been submitted to the city prosecutor's office. California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation announced inmates would be released early to reduce overcrowding in jails to reduce the spread of COVID-19. In an effort to protect staff and inmates at the state's prisons, nearly 3,500 inmates in the system will be released early. Under the Community Supervision Plan, prisoners who have 6 months or less to serve their sentence will be released. Prisoners must show they have a place to live upon leaving his or her facility, and officials said all will remain under close supervision for the duration of their sentence. As of this week, 17 people in jail have died due to the coronavirus. All but 2 were housed at the California Institute for Men in Chino. 15 of those inmates had mental or physical disabilities, and 14 of them were people of color. The average age of the inmate who died was 63. The oldest was 81. According to the CDCR, more than 3,200 inmates and more than 560 staff members at California prisons have tested positive for COVID-19. The accelerated release does not apply to prisoners who are serving time for domestic violence or violent or serious crimes or sex offenders. This is the second early release within the California prison system. The Western Museum of Flight is educating people about their museum and the world of aerospace, and you can learn from the comfort of your home. The Western Museum of Flight is giving virtual tours of their facility by producing episodes posted on YouTube. Seasoned docents at the museum are giving virtual private tours of their exhibits, sharing their knowledge on artifacts found there and or on various aerospace-related topics. Since early May, they have uploaded several videos covering the inception of the museum, the F-5 test pilot, and the differences between the earlier and latest Goodyear blimps. You can browse the episodes they have up by going to their YouTube channel by searching Western Museum of Flight. While the museum does remain closed to the public at least until mid-July, staff are working to modify the museum to make it COVID-19 compliant. When they do open, it will be by appointment only. The museum is a nonprofit educational institution dedicated to preserving and displaying aircraft history and artifacts of Southern California's aviation heritage. They have a collection ranging from numerous warbirds, aircraft and target drones, piston and jet aircraft engines, aircraft components, and much more. The Rotary Club of Torrance Del Amo is getting ready to honor frontline workers across the city, and you can participate and give back too. On Saturday, the Torrance South Bay YMCA will host a fun community day to celebrate, but also provide food for families in need. Between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., there will be a non-perishable food collection drive for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the LA Harpers Family Weekend Wellness Program. They are suggesting donations to include 2 pounds of rice and beans, along with canned vegetables, soup, pasta, and any other canned or dry food items. After the drive, a gratitude caravan will line up. You can bring your decorative car with thank you signs to celebrate first responders. Once they depart the Torrance South Bay YMCA, they will drive by local hospitals, Torrance police, and fire departments. For those planning to attend, participants are asked to practice social distancing and wear a mask. Join the Torrance business community as they take their annual awards virtual. The Impact Awards, sponsored by the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce, recognizes businesses and individuals making a difference in the community. The event will also include the installation of the new Torrance Chamber of Commerce chairman of the board for the 2021 year, which will be Kirk Rosberg from the Torrance Bakery. To join, all you'll need to do is register online. Go to torrancechamber.com/virtual impact. This takes place on Wednesday, June 24th at 1 p.m. As unique graduation events, drive-by diplomas, and social distance goodbyes take place this month, we want to continue celebrating our class of 2020 and your big milestone. Whether it's a preschool promotion or college graduation and every milestone in between, send us your photo and let us know what school you are graduating from. We'll be sure to share it on our show. Email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. With Father's Day coming up, we want to celebrate dads, father figures, and other men in your life. Email us a photo of your special person, his name, and we'll be sure to share it on our Father's Day show. That's coming up Sunday, June 21st. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we'd like to share stories from our community. Feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and reflect how Torrance truly cares. There's an organization based in the South Bay called the Utopian Society Project. We featured them before highlighting some of their random acts of kindness and community partnerships they've formed. well, they're back out there spreading kindness and goodness to the community. They say it's all thanks to the generous donations of their sponsors who support their cause. This week, the Utopian Society stopped by Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center to thank the security officers who worked there and treated them to lunch from popular Peruvian restaurant El Pollo Inca. Now, this was all made possible thanks to generous donations made by the Van Lingen Group and Kona Ice. The food delivery service was made by Inca Cares, and Bradley Mangrum, the musician you see in the photos, was also hired to help in the celebration. The Utopian Society is a nonprofit organization founded in 2014, that's 2015, with a mission of changing the world one random act of kindness at a time. Since the start of the pandemic, they've been out donating essential goods to frontline workers, showing gifts of appreciation and letting the community know that they care. And these acts of kindness were all made possible thanks to numerous donors who continue to show their support. We love seeing the partnerships between community members and organizations who are finding ways to continue to support local frontline workers during this health crisis. Another great way to show how Torrance truly cares. Now, if you have a great story or have pictures or videos you'd like to share or just want to say hello, please email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. Stay informed by signing up at torranceca.gov/Torrance Alerts. Subscribe to the City Cable's YouTube channel and be sure to link the city's Facebook page. That's our update for COVID-19 Today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting COVID-19 Today at 4 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend due to the extended length of this week's City Council meeting. Be sure to tune in as Colleen Farrell brings you the latest updates. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.